So I've spent a weekend with the iPhone 6s Plus, and I've got a feel for how it is and how all the new features are, and I've got to say, I'm impressed. You wouldn't necessarily think there's a ton that's different here, and there really isn't, there's just a few major things, but overall, everything about it has been upgraded and is better, and I'm really liking it so far. Now, when I took it out of the box, I was a little surprised with how it felt. It is basically the same design here, but it is a bit thicker and it's definitely heavier. It isn't something that's going to make you not want to use the phone, but it's definitely noticeable. I kind of like the weight though, makes it feel more substantial, and the thickness isn't too big of a deal. It's already a pretty thin phone to begin with, but definitely something you're going to notice. And then there's the color. I got the rose gold option, and kind of like it sometimes, don't like it sometimes. Sometimes it's super pink, sometimes it's really gold and copper. I don't know, really depends on your personal taste. I do like it, but I think I might go back to the space gray, just keep it the same. I don't know, but I do like this color overall, just depends on what you like. But the big changes are on the inside, and the first one you'll notice immediately is Touch ID. It's super fast. Now, I never really thought that Touch ID was slow to begin with on any of the iPhones, but it's definitely noticeably faster here. You just click it and it instantly opens. It's really nice, and I like the feature a lot. And also, the phone itself is just fast all the way around. Some of that might be thanks to iOS 9, but the A9 processor is definitely doing its work here, and it's very fast, snappy, although all iPhones seem to feel that way when you first get them, so we're gonna have to see if that holds up over time, but for now, liking it a lot. And 2 GB of RAM, yes, 2 GB of RAM, it's a big deal, it's a game changer. Being able to have multiple tabs of Safari open and not have them reload is awesome. And also, I was like working on an Instagram photo, and I just forgot about it and did other things, and then later on went back to Instagram, it was still there, and that's never happened on an iPhone before. Love the 2 GB of RAM. And then we get to 3D Touch, and this is one of the only completely new things that we've seen on a phone for a while now, and it is really well implemented. It's definitely in its early stages, so you can only use it in a few places and in a few ways, but there's definitely a lot of potential here. So you get the peek and the pop for when you're using a link or looking at a photo or an email or something like that. You can just push lightly to peek at something and get an idea of what it is, and then push a little harder to pop it open, and then you get the full view like normal. And then on the home screen, you get shortcuts for different apps. So you can click on the app like normal, or you can force press on it, and then it'll bring up a little option with different menus that you can do, take you right to a certain part of an app, and it's really convenient. Right now it's only in mostly Apple apps, but it should be coming over to other ones. It's in Twitter and Instagram, at least of the apps I have. And I'm really liking it in Instagram. And there's a lot of different ways that this can be used, and I really like this feature. And in a few years, I can see that if a phone doesn't have this, we're gonna not want that phone. It's definitely really nice. And finally, we have the camera. Now, the iPhone has always had a great camera, and that's the same thing with the iPhone 6s. It's similar to what the iPhone 6 was in the way it looks, but now there's more resolution. It's 12 megapixels, but you still get that same great dynamic range, the same great color representation, and the amazing post-processing, which I think is the best in the industry. That is all here, but you get more resolution. It's great. But one place I was really excited for was the 4K video recording, and this is something that I'm really loving. This is similar to, again, with the pictures, it looks similar to the iPhone 6 with 1080p recording, but in 4K, so you have more resolution. It looks really good, and with optical image stabilization in the 6s Plus that now works for video, it's great. You can handhold a video and it's gonna look amazing, and even if you project it on something bigger, it's gonna look good, which is important. The video isn't wobbly or anything like that, which a lot of smartphones tend to have. It just looks good overall, and I'm really excited for that video. I'm gonna be using it a lot. But really, that's it. There isn't a huge list of features for the iPhone 6s, but the ones that are there are definitely great and they're well executed. And I can definitely see in the future these making a big impact on the way that we use our phones, whether you're on the iPhone or on other platforms. I'm really liking this phone a lot, and I can't find really anything bad with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see the full review for the iPhone 6s, be sure to hit subscribe so you can see when that's out. Still have to cover things like the battery life and some other performance things. So be sure to hit subscribe if you want to see when that's up. Also, follow me on social so you can get a behind the scenes look of what's going on with the channel and stay up to date. Also, some other cool things are going on over there, so be sure to follow me all there. Links will be down in the description. I want to thank you all for watching. Again, my name is Matt, and I will see you in my next video. See ya!